Alright. Hello and welcome, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. Last week was a break week. So it's time to catch up and read this week's new chapter of One Piece, since I didn't get around to watching it yesterday. Before we get into that, as usual, we're going to do the normal plug stuff. So, first things first, if you want to know up to date on what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, the best way to do that is to join the Discord, links to which are where the links are. Personal update. The last week of July, I injured myself on Sunday. I'm a little bit past a week into recovery at this point. I can walk on my leg. It hurts a little bit now when I walk on it. I hoped that by a week or 8 days or so that it would be healed. It's been 8 days now, and it's not healed yet. So, who knows? Maybe after another week it'll be fully healed. But I'm at least operable and able to be I'm able to walk on it, and I'm more or less a functioning person at this point, so it's not really inhibiting me too much. And lastly, with a recap. So, last week, I think we were still in the Loki flashback. We got some reveals of the Rocks Pirates, if I remember correctly. And we got to see what Wang Ji looks like. Normally, if you could afford to answer your question, normally if you rest for a week, you would normally heal in about that amount of time. But as you get older, you heal slower. And also, that's assuming you don't use the body part that is injured. Unfortunately, I have to walk to get around, so my leg is going to heal pretty slowly. I expected it to take 8 to 14 days. We're at day 8 right now. But I guess that's enough of the intro talk, so I'm going to move straight into the first page of the chapter. Yeah. Anywho. So we have a color spread here. I guess Yamato's... I guess we're no more Wano rants from me, because I guess Yamato's cover story is over. It didn't really feel like it had concluded. So it kind of feels odd to me that we are just getting a bunch of color spreads and we haven't gotten any more Yamato cover stories. Feels odd. I feel like there was a little bit more to tell there. Like, what was the last one we got? They visited, like, a certain person's grave. I think they were going to return to the flower capital. I feel like they could have stretched that out for like another 4 chapters worth of cover pages. Possibly 6 if you wanted to be real facetious about it and like have Yamato get sidetracked. But we got a pretty good color spread here. We got Gabon, Zoro, Rayleigh, Roger, and all the crew are pretty much on Luffy's body. I see Frankie, I see Nami, I see... Usopp, but it's hard to make out. And Jinbei. I'm sure everyone else is on here somewhere, but it's hard to make out. But I don't really pay a lot of attention to color spreads. I think they're just really cool pieces of art. And beyond that, I don't really have anything else to talk about this. It is interesting to see Gabon and Rayleigh on the same page for once. We don't really get to see these two that often. Alright, let's move on to page 2. Where we get the actual title of the chapter, which I haven't said yet. Come on. There we go. Page 2. Back in this time. That is a very vague Oda box. We're under attack by pirates. Why aren't your men fighting back? You're useless. A group of idols roam the seas. Group of idols? Well, I see the Kuja pirate ship at the bottom of the page. And chapter 1156, Idols. That's the name of the chapter, I guess. It feels like such a vague name for a chapter that I'm honestly surprised that there hasn't been a chapter named Idols before this. They stole everything we have. And the menfolk were no help at all. They're too tough. You didn't even try to fight. Huh. How are we gonna make a living now? Even the Navy had trouble dealing with them. They were known as the Kuja Pirates, a band of warriors from the exotic country of women. Oh, wait, that's right, because, Gloriosa ends up on the Rocks Pirates. And longtime fan theory, Shocky was, too. I guess we're gonna see the Davy back fight that leads to Gloriosa joining the Rocks Pirates. Or maybe that secret love story that Lady Known alluded to will play into this. These pirates are page 4 or 5 already. And we're moving fast. These pirates were strong and beautiful. And shunned the presence of men. I'm so sick and tired of looking like this all the time. If only I could strip away this beauty of mine. Oh, Lady Gloriosa, you're a goddess. Empress of Amazon Lily, captain of the Kuja Pirates. Gloriosa, future Grandma Nyon, for those who forgot. She's so adorably devious. I love her. I feel my brain being bathed in light. Asking permission to have a heart attack. Oh, I see a character at the top of page 5 that has only been revealed in SBSs before. Lady Gloriosa, look at all your fan letters. Tritoma. What is that enormous pile back there? Oh, those are for Lady Shocky. There's 100 times more over there. Tritoma, Amazon Lily, Empress 2 generations later. That's the one that a lot of people theorize might be Luffy's mom. For those who don't know, Tritoma. This is her first time being featured in an actual manga panel. It's preposterous. I'm the captain of this crew. She's like an ice jewel of fury. Yes, the true star of the times, who outshone even Gloriosa's beauty, was her first mate, Shakuyaku. Enemy ship approaching, Captain. Isn't that? Ahem. Is this thing on? Roger speaking. This is Roger. It's the Roger Pirates. Don't bother resisting Kuja Pirates. Why is the Roger Pirates fighting the Kuja Pirates? I guess Rayleigh mentioned that did happen. That he fought with Shocky in the past as an enemy combatant. We all just assumed that meant she was on the Rocks Pirates, though. 6 and 7. Today, once and for all, you're finally going to hand over your first mate, Shakuyaku. Why? Why is Roger demanding Shocky? Why haven't you learned your lesson already, Roger? You already have my affections to return. Caesar, what is going on? Also, remember that this is a flashback that Loki is telling to the crew of the pirates in 3 minutes before an elevator arrives. Loki was totally here for all of this. Who are you expecting to seize? Lady Shakuyaku. Well, everyone's freaking out. Someone once said that her every move and gesture, there it is, it's Shocky, embodied pure seduction. Why are we getting this Shocky backstory in the middle of a flashback that Loki is telling to the group? Flowers, please take my flowers. No, not his, except my gift for flowers, Shocky. In her presence, flowers wilted and crumbled. Birds forgot how to sing, and people erupted into fighting. Don't touch Shocky. Oh, Gabon. When she calls my name, I lose all strength. It's been a while, Roger. What did you do to Gabon? Okay, so she, like, high leg kicked, Gabon out of the play. Alright. Damn it, I love you, Shocky. I love you too. So Shocky just single-handedly beat the entire Roger Pirates. Cool. That's fun to know. Power scaling. Power scalers go wild, right? In the face of such beauty, The mighty made fools of themselves. Well, we're like 7 pages in, and like not much has happened because we're getting a random backstory for the Kuja pirates. Alright, pages 8 and 9. But I will belong to no one. Pull all the treasure out of your hold. My soul is being taken to heaven. I feel for you, Ray. And there's a bunch of idiots over here. Don't you understand the honor of being loved by me, Roger? Move it, Gloriosa. I can't see Shaggy. Oh, poor Gloriosa. Kuja Pirate's first mate, Shakuyaku. She kind of looks like a weird mix of like Nami and Boa. If I had to describe it, that's how I would describe it. She kind of looks like a little bit like Nami and Boa put together in the same character. Which is weird because we've seen what Shaki looks like in present day, and I don't even think this is the same character. Which is also fair for Gloriosa, because if you put Gloriosa present day and next to what she looks like in this panel, she doesn't look the same either. And if I put Gloriosa next to Shakuyaku in this panel, I frankly don't see much of a difference. Like, Shaki has black hair, I guess? Beyond that, they look about identical to me. I guess Gloriosa has like one of those braids that goes back across the back of her head. Lady Gloriosa, it's the Navy. It's Roger and the Kuja. Make sure to snap up some pics. We can sell those. Knock it off. Hurry, pack up the goods. Don't leave a single crumb of bread. Yes, ma'am. Hey, at least leave us some food. We gotta get moving. Prepare to sail. Take a look, Roger. That's Garp's ship. It's what? Disregard that order. Listen up, boys. Flatten them all. Pirate, Goldie Roger, future king of the pirates and father of Ace. Why are we putting, like, the parentage in all the Oda boxes lately? Navy HQ Vice Admiral, Monkey D. Garp, future naval hero and grandfather of Luffy. Oof, dragon getting shafted there. Could put father of dragon. Alright, page 10 and 11 time. We're like more than 2/3 of the way through this chapter at this point, and it's contributed nothing to this flashback. It's great lore. I love it. But what does this have to do with the story that Loki is supposed to be telling us? Meteor Fist, Rampaging Spirit. Just had to be Garp's ship. Garp and Roger going at it. They're exchanging blows without actually touching each other. Roger, Garp, and Rox, men whose tales were spread as legends. The great age of pirates first clashed here in their hot-blooded youth. Huh? Lady Gloriosa? The Kuja, meanwhile, were a tremendously popular and indispensable part of the story of this era. Were they? Could have fooled me. Get a grip, sister. My chest feels tight. They're so gorgeous. These untouchable idols were the desire of all the salty dogs of the sea, and their bounty posters were traded for considerable sums. Hidden cameras and pursuers were an everyday problem for them. Later, when Shakuyaku took the mantle of Empress, her popularity reached heights never before seen. That's probably the most clear panel we've gotten of her, to be honest. And if I'm going to go back a few pages to compare it to Gloriosa, I guess she's got wider lips. And, like, flatter Gloriosa has flatter bangs. I don't really think one of them's prettier than the other. I'd say that they're... If, like, one of them's a 10, I would say the other is a 10. Let's go to page 12 and 13. We're getting close to the end here. Oh, back to Ida's bar. Oh my god, that's the plot. We couldn't escape it after all. The boat capsized and Loki is drowning. To be honest, we weren't even sure if we should save him or not. God, man, these are some horrible guards? People? Who's keeping track of Loki here? That's how bad his behavior has been while you were gone. I appreciate that. Thank you for saving him. Hang in there, Loki. What do you mean you weren't sure to save the boy? What if Loki had died out there? Listen, Ida. It was Loki's decision to go out to sea. So what if you abandon Loki? You'll drown. I'll drown you 100 times. I didn't ask for help. There, you see? That's the attitude he takes. It makes me so furious. He lost his mom and his dad, too busy to stay home. Loki's just lonely, that's all. I think this is adding to the idea that Ida might be the person talking to Loki on the snail phone. Shut up, you hag. You want to live with us? No way. Both the sons don't want to live together. You just want to pretend to be my mom and live in the castle, Ida. You just want all the money. Wow. Man, Loki, should I tell you a thing or two about your actual mom? Apologize to her, Loki. You've crossed the line. You have no idea what what Ida's been through. Kids are too sweet. Being too soft on him, Ida. I hate the way that Loki talks to you, Ida. It's not fair. Who's this? You crying for me, Mato? Who's Mato? Should I know who Mato is? I'm sick of this country already. Everyone's so weak and wimpy and trashy. I want to be free like Rox. From that point on, every time Rox came and invite Harold to join him, Loki begged and pleaded to join his pirate ship, but never got his way. I'm finally leaving. Aren't you relieved? To tell you the truth, I hate all of you too. Okay. Good luck with that, Loki. Page 1415 time. Several months after the takeover of the pirate island by the Rocks Pirates. Hey, who are you? I want to join the Rocks Pirates. Sure. Everybody wants to do that. But you'll never even meet them. The Rocks Pirates are all stars of the evil on the sea. See that fish-shaped rock up there? Apparently that's where they hang out. Fish-shaped rock? You mean the skull-shaped rock? You want to meet them? Go on. But the farther inland you go, the crazier the folks get. Good luck trying to get there. I wonder if there's anybody I should be recognizing here. I'll give you a little push. Hey, go easy on him. Huh? Oh! Oh, wait! This is a character I've been waiting to see the design for! Ah, it's him! Kyo, the Hitman! What's Shiki's rival doing here? The powerful figures drawn to the rocks brought in the other mighty types in their wake. Stay back or he'll kill ya. Master Kyo, future, Silver Axe. There. He punched 2 holes in the fish-shaped skull, so now it looks like a skull. Huh. Yeah, how about that view? Take in the sights. I think opening these holes was the right idea. Don't you agree? So Silver Axe punched holes in the wall? Is that what we're meant to believe? To sum it all, there's 2 devil fruits out there that I want. Okay, Rox. Let's hear ya. One of them is most likely found on Elbaph, and its power will only be truly unlocked if Harold eats it. Captain John. After that, You want to find Galea, right? I only know them as a legend. I've got my information network on the hunt, but there's no hint of a band of frozen giants anywhere. Pirate, Charlotte Linlin, future Big Mom. I think the giants on Punk Hazard are more or less where they are. They exist, they're corpses. Oh, how come Whitebeard doesn't get an Oda box? Good point, they ain't coming back to life. Shut up. We're talking about dreams here. Pirate, Stroyson, Linlin's partner. That's one way to describe who Stroyson is. Plus, even if they were somehow brought back, they'd have no reason to listen to you. Pirate, Barbell, Catfish Fishman. And that's why I need the power of Harold, King of Elbaph. Can't you just suppress them with sheer strength? Same thing for Harold. Just crush him and make him obey you. What? Pirate, Kaido, future King of Beasts. Don't ever say that to me again. Hey, knock it off, Rocks. He just kicked Kaido in the face. Bastard. You too, Kaido, calm down. We just got this island, and you want to smash it to pieces? This crew is bound to fall apart sooner or later. Yeah, so why don't we earn a little more before it happens? Take it easy, new kid. Harold's my pal. You say that nonsense again, and I'll get rid of you first, Kaido. Oh, and we're going to end on page 18 and 19. This was actually a longer chapter than I thought it would be. 18 and 19 with a big double spread because we're cutting back to the Rocks Pirates again. Listen up, folks. Elbaph is the key to taking down the Holy Land. If you don't trust me on that, get lost. It's up to you whether or not you want to follow me on the fateful day of our mission. But if you got the stones for it, then stick around with me for a bit. I'll show you the peak of the world. The Rocks Pirates, we get another big ol' spread. Well, that's the end of the chapter, so I guess it's time to do some discussion, some highlights, and some predictions. I think we're going to have one more chapter left of this flashback. I think, because we're really rapidly catching up to the present day, and there's not much left that we have to do. How Harold dies is what the reason we were trying to tell with this flashback, and we haven't really gotten there yet, because we got distracted by telling Harold's backstory. And then we got distracted by having half this chapter be about the Kuja Pirates. There was, I guess a big highlight for me, was the fact that we get to see Tritoma, we get to see Shakuyaku in their prime, and we got to see a little bit more Gloriosa, but I feel like half this chapter was wasted because Gloriosa ends up joining the Rocks Pirates, which is why I would have been fine with their inclusion in the chapter, except we don't see how Gloriosa ends up in the Rocks Pirates in this chapter. The boy Silver Axe, we finally got to see who he is. Kyo, Mobster Kyo, future Silver Axe. Silver Axe is probably another one of the big highlights for me. Because in the previous chapters where we started to get more and more members of the Rocks Pirates revealed, Silver Axe is one of the last big names that was brought up by Gart when the Rocks Pirates were first introduced. Finally getting to have a face to the name, and I love this cool axe pattern he has on his pants and cloak. And it's revealed to be Shiki's rival, which means Silver Axe is someone that's supposedly on par with Shiki. Maybe we'll get to see him in a One Piece movie at some point. It's kind of funny that there's a little bit of a love triangle going on with Roger, Gloriosa, and Shaki. I find that kind of hilarious. Also, this little fun side panel that we got with, what was it, Shaki and Rayleigh. She calls him Ray. He's like the only one on the entire crew that seems to not be falling head over heels for her. And it's kind of them that end up as a couple in the present day, which is kind of neat to think about. We get to see an epic clash between Garp and Roger. And I guess the most important thing to probably take away from this chapter is probably this scene with the interaction between Loki and Ida. This is probably the most important thing, and it's probably going to have the most ramifications moving into the flashback as it continues to press onward. Ida does seem to care for Loki, and was even open to raising the two kids together. The two kids did not want that to happen, but it is really nice, nonetheless. I love me my found families in One Piece. And it, like I mentioned earlier, it also probably alludes to the fact that Ida might be the one that's been communicating with Loki the rest of the day via transponder snail. Because as of yet, we still haven't seen what happens to Ida. Her bar is still around in present day, but we haven't seen her in present day yet. We got to meet some new members of the Rocks crew. Silver Axe, Barbell. And that's it. Well, I guess Kaido's here now too, but we already know who Kaido is. Well, beyond that, I don't think we have much more to talk about here. So, next week, I don't know if there's another break. We've been having a lot of breaks lately, but for the most part, I just hope that we get to finish this flashback next week. That's my biggest prediction, is next week is the end of the flashback, and if it's not, it's going to be the week after. Because, like I said, there's not too much left that we have to cover before we get back to the present day, and I want to get back to the present day because there's some real end-of-the-world type shit happening on this island in the present day. We got Emu summoning demons and playing Reversi, while a 3-minute story has taken... How many chapters has been this flashback so far? It feels like it's been 2 months, at least. We've been in this flashback for more than 3 chapters. With 2 breaks in between. Well, I think that's it for me. No more predictions. We've gone over my highlights. Let's just get this over with. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. If you'd like to stay up to date on what I'm doing, the best way to do that is join the Discord, as always. Stay safe out there. And hopefully, by the time that we read this next chapter, my leg will have been healed up. I'm going to try to do a little bit of an update at the start of every one of these videos moving forward, because I don't really do vlog updates on my channel anymore. I edited my last 2 streams into one video of Genshin, so that should be getting put up probably today or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. I'll have this one up for y'all before the day closes out. And stay tuned for more stuff coming down the pipeline, because we got a whole bunch of stuff that I still need to get done in Genshin. There's another patch coming out for Star Rail soon. And, I feel like I want to start to expand the content on this channel a little bit moving forward. So, if there's people interested, maybe I'll do the Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign. That might be something that we could do on the channel. I have games that I have supported on Kickstarter that I have demos of in my Steam library that I haven't gotten around to trying out yet. So if anyone would like to see more of that, let me know. In the meantime, one last plug of the Discord. It's the best way to stay up to date on what I'm doing And if you want to chat with me and give any suggestions for new content on the channel, that'd be the place to do it. That's all for now. Stay safe out there, folks. Bye-bye.